This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shrutikant. I am your PowerShell trainer, and today we have the first lecture. So we will be covering theory plus practical parallelly, and the audience of this course is someone who is new to PowerShell. Any feedback suggestions are welcome. And today's agenda in uh, first session is introduction to PowerShell and how we can open it and how to set up the console before we go next and run the commands on that. All right. Uh, Let me share my screen. Okay. So in present scenario, PowerShell 7.1 is the latest version available. And when we get any operating system, either it is desktop machine or the server, Windows server. So PowerShell usually come with the operating system. So if we have Windows Server 2008 or greater or Windows 7 operating system as an end user, it is good. So it would usually it usually comes with PowerShell 4 or maybe later. And but one important thing is that the desktop version of operating system comes with uh, just PowerShell console and the GUI version also. GUI we call ISE, Integrated Scripting Environment. But if we talk about the server, like Windows 2008 server or Windows 2012 server, 2016, so there is out of the box, ISE is not installed on those servers. So to install the ISE, uh, we have to install the feature of ISE from the Microsoft that particular server only. So how we can do that, we will come to know. And this is the official page of the PowerShell. Okay, if we want to go on that page, we can download, we can see the latest updates happening on in the PowerShell. Okay, yeah. So if suppose on PowerShell on a particular Windows server 2012, suppose ISE is not installed. So how we can install that? There are two ways to do that. One is we can go through the Windows features. Okay, we can use the server manager and manually we can add the ISE feature in that. And one more other way is that when we open the PowerShell console, there is one commandlet to install ISE on the server. So the command is add hyphen Windows feature space PowerShell hyphen ISE. Finally, it is also doing the same thing. Okay, what you do when you go through the Windows feature to install that ISE feature. So both are same thing. One is using command, another is using manually by navigating through GUI. But now there are Windows is coming up with the Windows Server with core only. It doesn't come up with the GUI at all. And there are some nano servers also coming from the Microsoft. So they doesn't come up with the GUI feature. So in these server, you would not get the ISE thing. Means PowerShell, we get the CLI mode only that you can run the commands, but you won't find the GUI to create the script in PowerShell. Okay, so how we can open the PowerShell? Go to run PowerShell.exe and just hit enter. So you will open the PowerShell. Okay, but usually it opens like a normal user, but we should usually open it with the administrator. Okay, so this was the one way. Another way is hit the Windows button, type PowerShell. Okay, so here we see four icons: PowerShell, PowerShell ISE, PowerShell x86, ISE x86. So what are those? So wherever you see just the PowerShell, PowerShell and PowerShell, these two, these are the console. Okay, console. This is 64-bit, this is 32-bit. And ISE means these are the GUI PowerShell. Okay, we can develop the scripts in GUI mode. So that's the difference. Okay, so if you have 64-bit OS and machine, then try always use 64-bit. It means that PowerShell only, or the PowerShell ISE that we should follow. If it is, suppose you have a 32-bit machine, then you would see only the x86 32-bit. Okay, so that you should know. So how we can open that? Right click, run as administrator. Okay, so this will be opened as a administrator console. If you open the ISE with administrator, then ISE GUI mode will be open as an administrator. I have already opened it for you. This is administrator. Okay, and if I see the ISE here, it is also administrator. See, administrator in the title bar. So that is we have opened the PowerShell. Let's move on. What is next? Only option. Okay, so what's the difference when, what is the advantage that new servers from Microsoft like Nano Server or Core are running without GUI? There are mainly three important aspects. One, the console application is tiny in size. Okay, it loads very fast compared to GUI. However, GUI doesn't take long, but if we compare, then yes, it takes a little time. And console-based application doesn't consume much memory. So these are the advantages. Now, next is console-based application doesn't use .NET framework of Microsoft. Okay, but if you have GUI PowerShell, then it uses .NET framework. Third difference is in the in that console version, you can like make the text green, background you can make it black or something. So it was usually happens in the mainframe machines in 1970s. So that look and feel would you face if you want to go like that if you want to feel how 1970s mainframe machines console looks like. So that they are trying to give that uh, uh, look like. Okay, so let's set up the console. We know how to open the console. We have seen running command or the window button and open the PowerShell. So in the left top corner, go here and click properties. In the option, you can choose the cursor size. Okay, the cursor which come up here, which blink. So that size you can change here. And if suppose you want to keep the you want to see the old commands, what old commands you run in the PowerShell, then you have to change this buffer size. By default, it shows 50 commands will be stored in the buffer. Okay, but you can increase more if you want. And if buffers you want to make number of buffers more, then you can create number of more buffers. Okay, you can, these are by default enable quick edit mode. You just select anything and it will that get copied at the same time. If you want to increase the font size on the console, you can click font and you can choose the best one. 16 is I think best. Font is, this is what Microsoft suggests. This Lucida console. Okay, layout. So if you want to like small, bit smaller width or smaller height, so then you can do that. Give me a moment, please. Okay, so layout, we can increase the window size here, width and height, how much you want, but make sure it should fit well within your screen size. It shouldn't be that you are scrolling right up. Okay, up down you will definitely scroll if you want, but left and right shouldn't be there, horizontal scrolling. And screen buffer size, if you want to keep height 3000 buffer, suppose you want to store 3000 lines, okay, then you can make that buffer so that you can see what all you have run and what output was there on the commands. Okay, if you want to just play with the color, you can change that background color or text something. Okay, and similarly, so this is my set console. I can run the command. If I suppose want to run dir or like that I can run. Now if I want to just go through the ISE, how we can see the ISE. So this is the new button. If I want to run the new page where I can write the command or script. Okay, this pane white, we call this a scripting area. Okay, scripting area. And the lower section, this blue, it is console area. Okay, like you can run command here, but it's not like that in the scripting area. Here you can write and then you need to play the button to run the script, right? And you can change this look and feel. Suppose you want to just open a separate window. Suppose I'm working something, you just want to run some separate window and you want to run some command. Click that, it will open some window for you. Okay, you check something and then that's it. You can close that, okay, if you want. And if suppose you want to connect to the remote server using ISE, then you can do that like this. Computer username, it will ask you the password. Okay, right now this view is selected, means scripting area is on top, console is at the bottom. If I want this scripting area right and the console left, then I can select this. Okay, so this here I can run the command now. Okay, now if I just want script pane, I don't want this console, I want to develop a script which is big in size. I don't need console to see the output or to run the command, so I can use that. If I want to see the command view, command window here in the right section, okay, so here I can click that. I can explore all the commands, okay, in the PowerShell usually. And if I click that show command window, it gives me the separate command window same, okay. So here I can search if I want to get hyphen help. Yeah, this is the command to take help on any particular command. So I can close that. So this is how I set up my ISE. ISE full form is Integrated Scripting Environment. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, one thing you should know that when we type anything on the console, suppose this is my single quote, we call it apostrophe also, and now I am typing the backtick. Okay, it is along with the tilde sign, backtick. So these two you should, I hope you can find the difference. If you can't, then it means we should increase the size. We already know how to increase the size. Go here in properties and layout in fonts, and then here it is size. Okay, 20. If I want 20, then it will be 20. So now it is pretty visible, but 16 was enough for me. So similarly, if you want to increase the size here also, to zoom in or zoom out, so here in the bottom right, you can see this zoom. You can select like that. Okay, you adjust as per your convenience. Okay, yeah, we should make sure that window size and screen buffer should be same, which is by default there, but we don't touch it. I mean, these two settings, width of buffer size and the window size 104, these should be same, because it become more compatible or easy to do that, to make buffer to this. Okay, and okay, suppose you running this, you wanted to run the ISE, you simply can run the command here ISE and you can open that. So that's another thing which you can follow. Okay, like it open. I'll close that because uh, I don't need that. All right. Okay. So here also you can go into tools, options, and you can change the color. The script you type or there you can just like you see red, blue, This is what, uh, light blue or what? I don't know. This is some different color. I don't know the name, sorry. So we can like adjust the color here in the script or the output what it shows. Okay, so if we see how we can, so in here it is very common that if you type some command, it is probably you can write some mistake in the command. So it gives us tab completion feature. If I talk about the console first, we'll discuss ISE later. Okay, so this is a console. If suppose there is one command, get hyphen service is the command. SER, I just type that. I click tab, get hyphen service, or if suppose I type get hyphen S. Okay, I hit tab, schedule job. It will give me all the matching commands. See, if I click the shift tab, then it will go reverse. Okay, now it is showing me reverse order. So many commands. I type E also service. So if you want to see the service, just hit enter. So this was one thing. Okay. Now suppose you want to dir some directly like that. You don't know the path further. So you click tab. You can keep clicking tab button, and it will be moving through all the folders or files C drive contains. Okay, so like that it is. So tab is helping here. So if I type this is my command. Okay, so or maybe sec hyphen. So this is my command. Okay, I click tab, it shows me the command. Now I type hyphen. I want to see all the parameters. See, I can see all the parameters, but these are actually the legal values, not the parameter. So we can run some other command like set hyphen execution hyphen set hyphen execution. If I type hyphen execution, set hyphen execution, okay, hyphen execution policy. So this is the command. This is the parameter. Now further, I want to give the tab further. So it allows me only the legal values which are applicable for this parameter. Okay, so I don't need to remember whatever possible things are there, it will show me up using tab completion. So that's why tab completion is very helpful and it avoids typos. Similarly, in here we use the tab, but the way it shows is different. Okay, it is IntelliSense. IntelliSense, INTELLISENSE. So if I write the command, what we type in the first place, let's figure out that. Yeah, get hyphen service. Get hyphen service See, IntelliSense, it shows me all the possible options. I can go up or go down, whatever. LMNO, PQRST, IJK, LMNO, PQR service. It should be up. Yeah, here. Get heaven service. Okay. This is how I can type. So similarly, I can type the up and down, and I can use the same thing. See, it gave me all the possible parameter or the legal values, whatever it has applicable. So in ISA case, IntelliSense, more readable, more user friendly. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so generally there could be 3 points of confusion. First is horizontal scroll bar in the console app. So in the console based application, like if we see the Unix Putty or like maybe some others, so it allows that means scrolling horizontally, right? It doesn't allow, sorry, those doesn't allow any scrolling, but in here it is up to us whether you want to scroll or no, it's up to us. If you increase the width of the console, then obviously it will, you have to scroll to see the right, whatever is there in the right. And 32-bit, second confusion is that 32-bit and 64-bit. If suppose you have opened the 64-bit ISE or the PowerShell console, you can still run the commands or PowerShell stuff which supports 32-bit. Okay, almost everything is applicable. It is backward compatible. Okay, but the difference comes just in the performance. If you are running the 64-bit command on 32-bit, performance will be slight degraded. If you run it in 64-bit, performance will be very, very good. So this is the second confusion. Third is that we, like if we are learning, then we should make sure that we are running the console or the PowerShell ISE in the administrator mode, because otherwise there would be many things you won't be able to run it because it needs administrator privileges if you want to run many of the commands. But in production, you would like to see first that whether uh, what exactly you need, what you are going to run, execute. So you need to be more careful when we talk about the production environment. So now to see the PowerShell version before PowerShell 3 wasn't easy, but from PowerShell 3 and later version, it is very easy to find. Okay, how it is. So I can run the command $ps version table. Okay, so this is the command. Run it. The first line shows you the PowerShell version. Other thing shows you the kind of technology it is using, main high level. So those are showing up here. Okay, those version which we usually don't care about, just the PowerShell version 5.1. And PowerShell version 3 or later are compatible with the PowerShell version 2, means you can run parallelly to, if you have PowerShell 2 right now, you can install PowerShell 3 in parallel. Both will run. Or if you want PowerShell 4, then you can run PowerShell 4 along with PowerShell 2. So that combination just work with the PowerShell 2 only. With PowerShell V2, you can run PowerShell 3 or 4. Okay, not like PowerShell 3 and PowerShell 4 you can run, not like that. So because of some compatibility things, they have allowed PowerShell V2 to run with the PowerShell V3, V4. Okay, so let's quickly go through the lab, what we have learned, how we can perform those. So we need to select the font and color that works for us. So we already seen that. Font we can do like here, properties, font here, and colors we can change here. Screen background, screen text you want to make red or something, yellow, that we can do. Okay. I don't know, I don't want to change. Okay, cancel. Another question is, your console application has no horizontal scrolling. Do we have? Like, see? No, I don't have. If I type anything, I don't have any scrolling. But if in the layout word size, I increase that, mm, like that, then it is a problem. 135, I want to make smaller. Maybe I need to open again, then only it shows up. Okay, it wasn't saved, looks like. So you can go like that, okay? So that it will be a problem. So make sure whatever you run, it is not scrolling is required. If I increase the width to 320, okay, and you type anything, just going right and right, okay? See here. So it's very difficult to see what is there in the right. So that's a problem. So we need to make sure no scrolling is need is there. Width 120 it was, I guess. Okay, so that we need to understand. Okay, third is in the ISE, maximize the console pane. In the ISE, maximize the console pane. This pane we have to maximize. Scripting pane. This is maximize. If you want to see that only, so we can run that in parallel like that. Okay, so that is the maximize we can do. Remove or leave the Commands Explorer at your discretion. Remove the Commands Explorer. Okay, that we can Commands Explorer which come by this. That we can remove this Commands Explorer here. Okay, in both application, type a single quote and backtick. Make sure you can easily differentiate that. So this is single quote, this is backtick. I hope you can see that. Otherwise, increase the font size. Same in here, single quote and backtick. So applies on both the places. Also type parentheses, square brackets and all that, curly brackets. If you have any difficulty in viewing and identifying those, if your eyes are weak, not that good, then definitely go ahead and increase the font size. Okay, so this was all that in today's section regarding what is PowerShell and how we can set up the console and ISE, integrated scripting environment. So in the next class, we will go through the help system, how we can leverage the help of PowerShell. And help is something which is very important if you want to become a good PowerShell script developer, because you cannot see all the options at all the places. But here it shows you very good informative knowledge in the help system. Okay, so today we have learned the how to start PowerShell and how to set up this, what is the version of PowerShell we have. Okay, PowerShell comes with what OS and doesn't come with the core and some advanced level of Windows products. All right, thank you. So we'll set up next call tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow with the help system and some more topics. Thanks. Take care. Bye.